Oh, I love this question. Can you wear a non-Rapha kit when you ride a Rapha branded bike?
Actually, I don't own any Rapha things until my wife started cycling.
Welcome back to another video, guys. Today, I've just filmed Max who is here. His wife is behind the camera. I just filmed his wife's bike. It's another Cannondale. So today, Max, thanks for coming. Yeah. We have this Cannondale Supersix EVO High Mod. Correct?
Yeah.
And it's in the Rapha edition. Very nice. I love the paint job. And can you probably just run us through your bike?
Yeah, thanks for having me once again. I'm not very good with all the parts because I have not really gone through it before, because this bike is actually given to me by my wife. And given a choice, I would rather choose a rim brake than a disc brake, but I don't think I really have a choice. It's a bike that I never thought that I would have. Yeah, because it's something that I would never think that I would spend this amount on a bike. Yeah, I'm using an Dura Ace crank. Reason why with an Ultegra shifters and Dura Ace crank is because I think my wife had a Prexo crank, and so I just take whatever there is. I used to have another stem, but then again my wife changed it to the new integrated one that's supposed to come with the bike, because previously when it was here, it wasn't here together with the bike, so we actually have to wait for it. But I was pretty happy without it, because yeah, I prefer the old school kind of stem. But then, well, here it is. Yeah, we have Princeton wheel on it. Reason we use Princeton is because One by Asia Net is carrying Princeton. Yeah, it's pretty good stuff actually. No complaints. Previously I've used quite a few wheels, like different brands and stuff, but yeah, pretty impressive with this pair of wheels.
Which exact model is this one?
That's a good question. My wife bought the whole entire thing, so I have no idea.
Is it 3530?
No, 4540.
See? See? I told you, I know nothing. Yeah, you will get the answer from my wife.
Okay.
Yeah, it was... it's a colorway that I never thought that I'll be getting also.
Okay.
It's pink, but I kind of like it. Yes, you see, she even bought the matching shirt and everything. I have to put it on. I really like the color, unique. For now, hopefully the next few years down the road when EF no longer sponsor Cannondale, then I'll start to regret. Yeah, but overall it's a nice bike. I started with Cannondale, and yeah, to have this Cannondale is very nice.
So I think all the guys who are watching my videos must be very jealous of you, because you have a wife who bought you a bike and the wheels and everything. So this was not by choice then. Your wife bought it for you, and you just had this bike when you woke up in the morning.
Pretty much it, yeah. I was still telling my friends that when I saw this bike at Nat's place, this frame, I was telling my friends, I was like, hey, the bike is here. I thought of getting it, and actually my friend all knew about it except me. Then I was telling them, I'm going to get it. They were saying like, yeah, you should. Then next thing I know is like, no, this is actually my yeah.
Any idea if this Rapha paint scheme is a limited edition paint job? From the wife?
Mommy, is it a limited edition thing?
Team edition, I wouldn't say limited.
Okay, so I can just walk into the shop and buy it?
Yeah, you can.
If they have it available.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't have it previously, but now I see a lot more is coming in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say that it's a limited edition, but it's so-called the special colors.
Okay.
Yeah. My height is, I used to be 170.
Used to be.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Shrunk.
Yeah, should be. The last time I took, it's become 168, I think. Yeah, I didn't know why. My wife is shorter than me, but she's riding the same size as me. So, yeah. But it's a good thing. We both share the same size and everything, so she can ride my bike and stuff,
yeah, which
I don't ride very often, which is also a good thing. Yeah, I'm 168 tall, and this frame is 51. Yeah, which is finally have something that's to my size, I think. I always have bike that's like either too big for me or too long for me, and yeah, but this one fits me very nicely. And I managed to get the Berg saddles, which finally solved all my sores and stuff. I've been looking for this saddle, not looking for this saddle, but I've been trying all kinds of saddles all this while, but I just couldn't get it until a friend of mine was a crazy fellow who buys a lot of things, and he told me about this saddle, and it really works, and no regrets.
Who is more competitive in the family? I know your kids are here as well, and they are also cyclists. In the family, who's the strong one?
In terms of cycling, definitely my wife. She puts in a lot more time than me. Yeah, she goes to the lab and train, and she goes on like 300 kilometers ride, 200 kilometers ride. I remember she did a 200 kilometers after, and then I almost died, and then she was like saying, maybe I should carry on to 100 with the other girls. I was like, no way you're going.
But what I heard earlier during the interview with your wife is that you got her into cycling. Is that true?
Yeah, she was complaining that I'm going out too often.
So I kind of sheepishly told my husband on the way home on the plane, it's like, this weekend I need to go Malaysia. And he goes, for what? I need to race again. He's like, why did you book it back to back? I said, I thought it was March, and it was February when we did the 70.3.
So that's one way to make your spouse or your partner to stop complaining. You just buy them a bike. Is that the secret formula? Okay, and this comes with Hambini bottom brackets as well. Just now while you were feeding me a very feastful dinner, you were telling me that you think that it doesn't make a difference, but I objected you and I said that actually bottom brackets make a lot of difference. Do you really think that there's no difference?
I would pretty much say that I'm not a very technical person, so I'm just throwing it in the air kind of thing. But because I don't ride much, and I don't really ride very far on it so far, I've yet to feel the effect. But partially I haven't been riding for the past 3 months. I only got them back on the bike last week, and then it was like a real struggle for the 100k. I was like feeling nausea and everything, so it's like this bad time to ask me whether does it work or not.
What is the weight of the bike, and how much do you pay for this whole complete setup?
I think this bike is in the range of 7.5 to 7.6 if I'm not wrong, by the look of it, because it seems to me that all this bike nowadays is like hardly they go below 7, and if they go below 7 you most probably have to have a dent in the bank or something. Yeah, so I don't think I'm the kind of person that will spend that much on a bike, so I presume this is around 7.5, 7.6 for the price of this bike. Like I said, I'm not the one who buy it. My wife is the one who bought it, so I don't really know the price.
Okay, if you have to guess, how much do you think it costs?
I think it's in the range of 15 to 16k if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it should be there.
How is the performance of the bike overall? Is it good on climbs, flats, and in combination with the wheels, if you can comment on that?
Like I said, the Princeton wheels, I've ridden other wheels and stuff. The Princeton wheels really make a difference in terms of the feeling and holding on to the speed. That's how I feel. But overall, I'm not a very strong rider, so I can't really comment about it. Cruising at about 35, 40, it doesn't take much of an effort for my level, because I'm not very strong. So to be able to hold at this speed, I'm actually very comfortable, and it's a good thing. And in terms of stiffness of the bike and everything, I'll go with the standard factory stuff. It's like 7% stiffer, 5% lighter. I really can't tell. Yeah.
We were talking about stiffness because everyone on my YouTube and my Instagram always asks me, how stiff is it? How stiff is it? And here's the thing, right? I don't think anyone can tell what is the definition of stiff when you get a bike. Like how do you tell you're a human and you're just pressing? I mean, I feel that you can't tell if it's very stiff or if it's just marginally stiffer from your older bike.
I agree with you. For laymen like us, I don't think we can really tell a lot unless you are going at the speed of like 40 plus 50 like the pros, or you're climbing mountains like Alpe d'Huez and stuff. I can't really tell you much, but it's pretty much the feelings lah. The feelings is it just makes you feel good and you just want to ride. Yeah. I used to have a friend who tell me like you need to buy a bike that you put at home and you look at it and you just want to go and ride with it. So I think this is pretty much the effect of the whole entire bike. But I do have a friend who is in Germany. He works for AMG, and I ever told him that all these things you can't really tell, but he himself is an engineer, and there are actually equipments that he plays with that can actually tell how stiff and how comfortable, how much vibrations on the bike and stuff, and it can actually be measured in actual life while you're riding and stuff. Yeah.
I just wanted to say that I like the old Cannondale fonts. It wasn't like this. I think until recently they just made a modification to the new Cannondale, which thumbs up. Where's the OSPW? It's missing.
Yeah, I follow your advice. it doesn't really make much of a difference to me. So I follow your advice. I actually had it on. I took it off after watching a video.
I think those OSPW companies are going to flag my video and go and get it banned on YouTube. Actually, I was just talking to your wife, and because she has the OSPW, I think, on her bike, or the TT bike, and I asked her if the OSPW makes a difference, and she said no, it's just aesthetics, right? I don't know. I'm not here to put my opinion out there. And we were talking about, okay, not on this bike specifically, but bikes in general, where I'm so sorry to the SL7 owners, but I have to pick up the SL7, where those bikes are insanely priced. I mean, of course, there might be other bikes that are equivalently as expensive. So what are your thoughts of these bikes costing $18,000 as a bike? Do you think it actually costs that amount of money?
I have friends who have SL7 and Venge, and I think I'm sitting right next to a fellow who owns a Venge also. So to be very frank, personally for myself, I would not spend this money because I don't think I'm at that level that I need this kind of performance. When my wife got me this bike, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna kick myself in the butt. But again, cycling is very much just like a previous owner that you interviewed, the Conago fella. He said 90% is on the person and stuff.
But ultimately, if you take it seriously, it's more on yourself. So you have to rest well, eat well.
Which is true. I strongly believe in that, and I'm very upset that the bike industry is pushing everybody towards disc brakes and rather than rim brakes. I mean, if the pros have been using it for so many years, going down mountains at speed of 80 kilometers and above, and they are doing it well, why do we need to be going for something which we don't need? And the bike industry has always been like pushing everybody to go lighter and lighter, and all of a sudden, like, weight is no longer an issue anymore. It's like, the disc doesn't make much of a difference. Aerodynamics doesn't make much of a difference. And I remember there were times where they were hiding the brakes calipers behind the frame, trying so hard to have everything concealed, and now everything is sticking out. I just don't get the point. But maybe I'm more traditional. I'm still very happy towards mechanical shifting and rim brakes and stuff. I can live with it. Yeah.
If you're not happy about it, you sell to me lah. I will gladly take it. This is the Instagram Q&A. You guys love this section. If you want to submit your Instagram questions, follow me on Instagram and you'll get the chance to ask your question. So, Max, are you ready?
Yes.
So the first question is, any enhancements in the performance with this sawtooth design compared to a regular rim?
No, I can't really tell the difference. But I would say I won't want to ride next to a bus or something because you can really feel it when it's coming past you. I've ridden a 404 and the rest, and they do have the same effect. But this one is a bit edgy on it. But well, there's something just have to give. Yeah.
And I forgot to mention, these wheels are paired with the White Industries hubs, right? But do you really feel that there is a crosswind feeling because it's very shallow?
Maybe, but my bike handling skill is not there. But yeah, I do feel fearful when we are going a bit fast and like trucks, especially on West Coast Highway, there are big heavy vehicles going past and you can feel that you're wobbling. I think it's not because of the wheels or the wind or anything, but it's just that my handling is not there. I think there are friends who have this pair of wheels that say that no, they don't have such issue, or maybe even I've heard of 404s and MVs also have such issues. So yeah, it's just individual, I guess. Plus I'm a heavy fella, so I don't know. I'm not very sure about that.
How does this bike, the Supersix EVO, ride in comparison to other bikes that you have owned?
I've not ridden a lot of bikes. I've ridden a Cat 10 aluminium one, which I feel fantastic with it. It's like my good mate that went through everything with me, but too bad I have to give it away. I've ridden a Felt and a BMC. What's the difference? It's just a bike.
There is no difference in compared to...
I'm not a very technical person, seriously. I don't want to go around bullshitting and stuff, yeah, but I really can't really tell much of a difference. I would presume that this will be equally good as a Conago or BMC or anything. Maybe I'm just not strong enough to bring out the potential of this bike, but I have no doubt that this is a good bike. So are the others. Maybe when I get stronger, I'll let you know. Yeah.
Again, I want to reiterate, if you don't want this bike, I'm willing to take it for free. I'm just putting out there, you have my number, you know what to do. Rarely see people ride this good brand, which is the Cannondale. Is it because that the marketing is not as good as any other bigger brands out there?
Yeah, I think Cannondale in the road bike scene is quite understated for a very long time because I presume that they haven't been winning a lot, and it was a big thing during the Mario Cipollini time, which the Team Seiko thing. For all these old timers, they will know about it. Big fan, and till today I still want to buy one of that frame and set it up and keep it. Cannondale, yeah, it's one of those brands that for my time to own a Cannondale is like a big thing, because besides Conago, yeah, so yeah, you got to have some money in your pocket to own a Cannondale during our time lah. I mean, we were still young kids during then, but yeah, to have a Cannondale, yeah.
Actually, I was just looking at the stickers. I was wondering where Cannondale frames are made. They're actually made in Taiwan and probably assembled in US. I'm not sure, but yeah, they're made in Taiwan. Oh, I love this question. Can you wear a non-Rapha kit when you ride a Rapha branded bike?
Actually, I don't own any Rapha things until my wife started cycling. And trust me, ever since she started cycling, my jerseys have doubled. Yeah. I used to have like only 2-3 pieces of it. And no, not really. I don't think so. I've always been very comfortable with other jerseys. As a matter of fact, all those OEM jerseys which I buy, which my wife hates it. Yeah.
Oh, your wife is not there anymore. But it sounds like your wife is more of a cycling enthusiast than you. You said that your wife starts buying you a lot of jerseys, right? So how does weekend outings look like? Do you guys go to bike shops, or what happens on weekends?
Yeah, for a while we were hanging around net shop very often, as in One Bike Asia. The reason why we like to go to One Bike Asia is because Ned is actually a very good mechanic, and he's not very pushy about the sales and stuff like that, and he actually gives very good advice. And we spend most of our time at net shop for a while, and until recently I don't really dare to go anymore, because it's like, no, whenever you go in about to want to buy something, and recently I heard he's bringing in Conagos, and it was like, I'm dying to have one Conago now, which I don't want to spend. Yeah, but Conago is one of those bikes that, like, during my time, like Mario Cipollini and Tim Mape and stuff like that, it's like, I need to have one. I'm trying to hold back right now.
So you seem like you really are a fan of a Conago brand. Which Conago would you buy?
If I'm not wrong, it's the C64.
The Lux one?
Yeah, I like the Lux one, yeah. I remember during that time, C64 had one, and then BMC also had one, but BMC was really pricey. It was like with a collab with Lamborghinis or something like that. It's really beautiful. I remember I had a friend who had a Conago Ferrari. That's like awesome, but it's way off our range during our teenage days. We might have to sell our kidneys or something. Yeah.
How do you afford to buy these kind of bikes?
Oh, this is like one of those TikTok questions where I like your car and what do you do for a living? You have to ask my wife. My wife is the one who bought it. I don't think I'll be able to afford, seriously.
I tried to sell my children, but that didn't work.
Can you buy me a bike, please? Look fast versus go fast. Which one is more important?
Go fast.
Go fast. Would you prefer the Palace edition or this one? Sensitive question, this one because your wife bought it.
No, my wife bought this. I'm very happy that she bought this instead of the duck, because I don't want to be a cartoon character, seriously.
Yeah, the Palace edition is actually the white one and a bit of cartoon characters there. I think I don't know if it's a team edition. Is this the hologram not handlebar? Why did you decide on this one? Is it heavy?
I didn't use this at the very beginning. Like I said, this handlebar didn't come with the bike because I think he had some issue. There's no stock for this handlebar. So I was using a Pro stem with just a normal alu handlebar. I was quite happy with it. Yeah, actually, I quite kind of like it. And Nat actually told me that if I don't like it, I can change to an MV one for the aesthetic look of it. But again, being Nat, he's always not asking you to spend more and stuff, and he always give you very good advice. He said that Pro is good enough, and I think he has planned because he knows that the bar is coming sooner or later, which I told my wife that I don't want it anymore. Yeah. Then my wife switched this over, and to my surprise, it's very comfortable. The handlebar itself is flat and it's very comfortable to hold on to, and you won't feel much of vibrations even though the roads is rough, because I was riding on with the previous alu bars and stuff. You can feel every inch of it, but this one is actually very comfortable, and the feel of it is very nice.
Why Shimano and not SRAM?
No money.
No money, but it's just as expensive.
No, it's Ultegra. I would very much like a red E-Tab thing because of the wireless and stuff and the neat looking package. But still, it is what it is. I already have this. I just transfer it over, I think. And I'm not very particular about the group sets and stuff. I used to have a SRAM red mechanical. It's very good.
So you prefer SRAM over Shimano?
No preference.
Okay.
No preference. You just give me anything, I'll just use it.
Even though the shifting is a bit different?
Yeah, I can get used to it. I'm a person that can just jump onto a truck and drive a truck, and jump onto a car and drive a car, yeah. How
come you have Dura Ace cranks but the rest is Ultegra? Is there a reason for this?
This is actually from my wife. My wife had a Dura Ace part on hers, but I changed her crank to some fancy crank, I think. I can't remember what crank is it. praxis, she said. Yeah, so I just salvage whatever that's left over.
So question, this bike usually comes with that hologram. Is it called hologram? Yeah.
Hologram.
Correct. The very fancy looking crank. Does it normally come with the frame, or how does that work?
Oh, for that, yeah, I would love that crank actually, but I heard it's rather expensive. So again, I'm not looking at like to be world champion. So I don't think I need that for the time being. Yeah.
And what bottle cages are these?
Plastic.
Oh, why?
Plastic. I have no idea why is it there. I think it's from my previous bike, or we have a lot of spare parts at home and we don't really sell them. I'm not very good at selling things. I think I just took it off from my previous bike or from my whatever leftovers. Yeah.
Last question, you've been watching my videos. Are you subscribed to my channel?
Can I say no?
Honest answer is
No, I subscribe. Yeah, I'm subscribed. Yeah. Actually, for the longest time right now, not the longest time lah, but ever since I discovered your video, it's quite entertainment. All of us are like always like looking what you're featuring next and stuff. Like I said, you give the cycling community a voice, and it's fun to see friends that we know are already featured in it and stuff. Yeah, and how they mention about their bicycles and stuff. Especially a friend of ours who has that giant, and Kevin. Yeah, he just keep going on like trying to save money, don't spend so much. I was like, oh yeah, that's right.
As a matter of fact, Kevin's video was very popular. I think it's almost hitting 10,000 views, and I thank again Kevin and everyone who approached me to let me film their bike.
Yeah, I think you're doing a really good job, and you're giving the cycling community a voice, and I really want to thank you for what you're doing. And like we were talking privately, I think that sky's the limit for your programs and stuff. I really hope that you can go beyond cycling and stuff. Yeah. Thank you once again.
Thank you, man. I'm going to cry already. That's it again, Max. Thank you so much for the wonderful dinner. Thanks to your wife, Jin, for driving me over and hosting me your place. I try to hope to churn your video as fast as I can, but I've got a lot of videos, so I apologize. And if you guys want to feature your bike, you can just DM me on Instagram, and that is it. So thanks again, Max.